Hey there everybody, Backpacker Pack here. And with all of us playing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I want to talk about what really stuck out to me, at least in my playthrough so far, and that is the Grand Underground. Now I know early in the year when Nintendo announced that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were going to be remakes, specifically faithful ones, by Ilka, we would expect these new games to be pretty much one-to-one with the older games, not compared to the Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby remakes that came out which introduced things to the remake such as Pokénab and Mega Evolutions, which originally weren't there in the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games. So going into these games, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, I expected it to be, as I said, a faithful remake, or one-to-one pretty much was going to be. And it was, except for one big thing, and that was the Sinnoh Underground, or as it's now called, the Grand Underground. Now, I watched all the trailers, and I knew about some of the expansions going out. Like, I knew about the Pokemon hideaways they were implementing, and that made me pretty excited to go back into the Underground because I absolutely loved it. I still go to the Underground to this day with some of my brothers and friends if we just want to have a good time, if we just want to dig around and fool around for a little bit. But I didn't realize some of the big changes they were going to make. I first knew something was up when I was in Orberg City, and I went down to one of the events, and it said this was an event leading to the Grand Underground. I thought, that's interesting. They changed the name just from the Sinnoh Underground to the Sinnoh Grand Underground, as it's now called. And I didn't expect that kind of name change. I thought, well, okay, they put in Pokemon Hideaways, so I guess you can say this is maybe a new grand adventure. But when I got the digging kit, and I actually went down for the first time, I was shocked. I didn't know what was going on. The fact is that they revamped the whole map, and they didn't just add Pokemon Hideaways, they changed a lot about the Underground. As someone who spent hundreds of hours digging in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, I knew the map inside out. I knew where I wanted to go, where I wanted to put my base down to be near my friends and my cousins and my brothers. But when I went down for the first time and saw the new map, the new layout, I was shocked. I didn't realize this was going to happen, that the whole layout was reconstructed. And so you had so many different alleyways, so many different paths you could take, leading to different hideaways you can go and explore Pokemon. I was in love. It surpassed my expectations of what anything I was expecting when I actually went to the Underground. Now, I was looking forward to it because, again, I absolutely love the Underground, but this is like a whole new adventure. Even though Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are essentially faithful remakes, the Underground is not. The Underground expanded on what the old Underground used to be, and is now the new Grand Underground, and it earns that reputation. It earns that name change, let me tell you. Just looking at the map, it's huge and gigantic, and I've been loving to spend hours and hours looking around, finding areas to dig, new Pokemon to catch. I've spent so much time doing it. It's really stopped me from beating the game as quickly as I was expecting to be honest. Just because whenever I get bored, not bored per se, just because whenever I need a break from progressing in the game, I just go and dig. And let me tell you, 10 minutes turned into 20 minutes, turned into an hour, turned into an hour and a half. I'm like, okay, this is getting out of hand. But no pun intended, but let's dig into the Grand Underground. Now, even though they expanded the maps, which makes it a whole new experience for everyone who's playing this game for the first time. It doesn't matter if you're like me and spent hundreds of hours in the Underground since 2007 when Diamond and Pearl were released in the West, or someone who's just playing Sinnoh for the first time. These experiences are going to be brand new, and I think that's the reason why it's really captured my attention. That I'm feeling this little childish sense of joy and exploration that I felt back when 2007 hit and I finally got my Pearl for Christmas. I absolutely love these new maps. I love them so much. But that's not the only thing new about the Grand Underground. As we all know, and I'm sure a lot of us were looking forward to, that in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl added Pokemon Hideaways. Now I can't tell you how big of a deal that is. The Pokemon Hideaways implemented a nice feature that was missing from the original games. It provides a way to actually catch Pokemon that are extremely hard to catch otherwise. Pokemon such as Croagunk, you can get there, that otherwise you can only get in the Safari Zone on certain days. And so it's just so much easier to catch Pokemon that you can use, or just to complete your Pokédex, compared to maybe going back day after day after day in the Safari Zone to see if certain Pokemon show up. Or B, it provides Pokemon that weren't originally in the Diamond and Pearl original games. Now, as we all know about the little Sinnoh fire joke, you can get Chimchar or Ponyta in Diamond and Pearl. So the Grand Underground really implemented some of the Platinum exclusive Pokemon into the Underground, which really expanded on the variety that were really severely lacking in the Diamond and Pearl original games. Because, as we all know, the little Sinnoh has no fire Pokemon is true, but it's nice that the Underground puts a Pokemon or two that we can actually catch and use on our journey. In the routes, they're pretty faithful to the Diamond and Pearl encounter rates, and so in that kind of sense, if you don't have a Ponyta, you don't have a Chimchar, you don't have a Fire type for Elite Four. Sorry, bud. But that's not the only thing about Pokemon Hideaways I really love. I love the little different biomes you go. There's areas where you have some grass and water you can explore, to an underground cave with flowing lava, flowing magma, just all around. I can't tell you that each one's super unique, and I always look forward to finding what kind of Pokemon are in each biome specifically. These different biomes also increase the Pokemon encounter rate. So even if you start digging right away, you can find a certain selected Pokemon, but milestones such as getting Defog, getting your 7th gym badge, getting Beacon badge, your 8th gym badge, are all indicators that you just got this, and so there's new Pokemon, rare Pokemon that can be found in the Underground, and they'll also be higher level too. Which really encourages you to continue to go down to the Grand Underground throughout your journey. Not just a ton at the beginning, and maybe a ton in the after game when things open up, but little things open up throughout the journey. So after I beat each gym leader, guess what I did? I went back down to the Underground to see if there were new Pokemon to catch. And you best believe I went to biome to biome to biome to see if there are any more rare Pokemon that I wanted or I needed to use for the Pokédex to complete it. Now, that's something I'm really happy they made, because it just encourages you to continue to go down and have this continual interaction throughout your playthrough, which it made me spend a ton of hours already in the Grand Underground without even getting to the post game yet. So that scares me a little bit about how much time I'm going to spend, because easily I'm getting over probably 100 hours in these games too, just like I did in Pearl digging. I can't tell you how much I love the Grand Underground and how much I've enjoyed it so much. It's made my playthrough that much more fun, because catching the rare Pokemon, it's just that much easier. And hey, if you want to stick to the original Diamond and Pearl ways of getting a Munchlax, of getting a Croagunk, you can. But there's also just a nice option they provide that you don't have to go through these crazy mechanics, that there's another option that you can actually use and not stress and pull your hair out. But I think one more reason why I think I'll be spending a lot of time in the Grand Underground are the Digletts. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, throughout the Grand Underground, there are Digletts and sometimes Dugtrios scattered out, which if you find, they'll leave a little sparkle, a little crystal, and if you collect 40 of those, you have increased shiny odds for the next 3 minutes. Now, I don't know about you, but when I heard of that, I originally thought of, wow, a lot of shiny hunters going to be spending time down here. Specifically, that's the big reason why my friends spent so much time in Dynamax Adventures, just because they wanted to catch new shiny Pokemon, which it was also nice to shiny hunt the legendaries, but just having that increased shiny chance to catch shiny Pokemon, that 1 in 100 chance in Dynamax Adventures, made them keep on going back over and over and over. And I think just putting these Digletts in the Grand Underground will make people like me continue to go down to the Underground over and over and over, to go around, run all the way until you get your 40 Diglett, then go on a biome here or there to see if you can get a specific shiny Pokemon or just any shiny Pokemon you want. It's going to be so much fun, and it encourages so many more hours of playtime and exploration that the Underground lacked. That the Grand Underground took what the original Underground was and expanded on it. I haven't gotten to the part about digging, and that's my favorite part. I love just finding new treasures and doing my best to get all those treasures at once, seeing which rare ones I can get, seeing what orbs or spheres I can get, digging. I absolutely love that. But the original Underground really only had traps, secret bases, and being able to dig and buy spheres and sell spheres. But the Grand Underground took those things, added in Pokemon you can catch down there that continue to increase throughout your journey, and also increase shiny odds and a new map. Now that just sounds like an amazing time to me, and I can't wait to spend hours and hours and hours for it. Well, let me know what you've thought of the Grand Underground. I know I've sure enjoyed everything they've made about it, and it really surprised me because I didn't realize how big of a change this was. Let me know if you've had a similar experience, or if you played the original Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, how that compares then to now. As you can tell, I really like the Grand Underground. It takes everything that the old Underground was and really expanded on it. Well, thanks for stopping by, and remember to have a great day, you Pokemon lovers, and keep on digging and enjoying that new Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl games.